Hello, and we are here live.
Hi. Yeah, we are here live. Hello.
Yeah, you're live. I'm live. Lindsay. Oh, Lindsay is not alive. In the sense that she's not here.
Hello.
Are you hearing an echo, Daniel, like I am?
I'm indeed hearing that.
Okay.
Maybe that's coming out of one of our devices. Is that coming out of your
An echo,
iPad?
Daniel, like I am.
Well, it could be coming out of one of our devices, but I don't know which device that would be.
Oh,
I don't hear it
turns out-
anymore.
Turns out that was my device.
Daniel,
That's not me.
you know, with each of us have like 3 or 4 devices in front of us, and it's a matter of the odds. One of them's going to go haywire.
Yeah. Sometimes when they're left to their own devices go haywire. So anyway, but we're here. This is the Crossword Wordcast,
That's right.
crossword puzzle podcast where we solve crossword puzzles.
Yeah. I'm David.
I'm Daniel.
And Lindsay's not here. Like you said, she's going to come onto the show a little later after who knows precisely what time? We'll find out when it happens.
Yeah. Yep.
And for newcomers to the show, those of you who are not our loyal audience already yet, we have a solution to a crossword puzzle coming up. We usually do the New York Times,
but not tonight.
No.
Tonight, and people are already seeing. Maybe we shouldn't already be giving people the glances yet.
Yeah, this is quite a reveal. Yeah, we're showing everything.
Big reveal. We're doing the New Yorker crossword puzzle tonight.
And it's in the name of the episode on YouTube, so people have seen that bit. It's an unusual thing. We usually do the New York Times, the Thursday puzzle.
New York Times
New York
crossword
Times.
Puzzle, yeah.
And you know, for a few different reasons, it's nice to shift it up and switch it up. And Lindsay's not here with us, so it's already a different episode. So we might as well change up the type of puzzle we do.
Might as well take it as an opportunity to, clear out the old habits.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the New Yorker puzzles just for a moment. This one is just like the other ones we usually do. They're 15 by 15 box grids. The puzzle grid.
Mm-hmm.
And
and these tends to be more literary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Already you see it in the clues with quotes and stuff.
Yeah.
I think, and then
the New Yorker's a literary magazine. A literary
they're recent on the scene compared to the New York Times, but they have now got to the point where they're releasing 3 puzzles a week.
That's nice. That you said that just changed, right? From 2 to 3.
Yeah, they started with 1 a week, and it was the Monday, I think, and it's a challenging puzzle, and then Fridays was an easier day. And they released that. There was the second puzzle they released, the easy kind of weekend solve, and then now there's a mid-range difficulty, a Wednesday.
But we're gonna do the Monday. We're gonna fly close to the sun on this one. I suspect. But I think we can do it. But before we do it, we have a couple of matters of housekeeping.
Yeah, housekeeping, some matters of business, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Before we do
affairs of state,
right?
And that is the first is I think our return and report.
Yes, the return and report.
Yeah,
that's a segment in which we talk about a piece of art that was recommended on this show in a previous episode. In our final segment that comes up later this evening, called the arts section.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talk about the things that were recommended, and maybe it sounds like from our previous episode something struck you, Daniel, and you have something to say. You're ready to return and report about it.
Yeah, I am here to return and report on the movie that Lindsay recommended, and I feel bad. Maybe I should wait if she hops in. I will let her know. We'll let her know. But I did watch Love and Mercy.
Oh, right. We both biopic. Strongly recommended that movie to you.
Yeah.
And I look forward to you should tell her about it, but I'm too eager now to know. You have to tell me how you liked it, because
I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was well done and well acted. And
did you know some of those biographical details about Brian Wilson?
Some
already?
Of those, yep. I knew a number of details, but I found myself kind of like, as I was watching it, sort of going on Wikipedia and diving around on these different characters and kind of looking up the Paul Giamatti character, the doc. He plays a shrink, a psychologist who slash
personal doctor kind of,
right? Slash producer.
Yeah,
like he kind of took on a whole bunch of roles in the life of Brian Wilson, and I guess he worked with other celebrities too. So that was all very interesting. I definitely will. I'll give 2 more thumbs up. That's a total of 6 thumbs if we're keeping track.
Yeah, lots to say. Did you know that song "Love and Mercy" before
No, I just heard it during the credits,
Yeah,
and
like it's a simple song, a simple concept, but it's a powerful message that lingers from the movie. And knowing the song now, I think it's a beautiful thing. There's videos of him. Well, he performs it live, kind of in the credits, right?
he does perform it live in the credits, and in like the sort of like it's a pretty common biopic the technique, like when we get to the very end, let's throw in some of that real footage. I think they do that at the end of the Queen Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
you get to see the real Freddie Mercury.
Right.
But anyway, good stuff, real good stuff. Love and Mercy. David, do you have anything to return and report?
I do. It's also something that Lindsay recommended. This is before she became a regular, before she became a co-host, and when she was just a regular guest on the show. She recommended this album from a composer named Max Richter, or kind of a recomposer, because he.
Oh yeah.
He took Vivaldi's Four Seasons and did a recording of them,
yeah.
but he jazzed some of it up a little bit, and it's got modern piece. I wasn't expecting it. I know Lindsay gave us the rundown on it, but I still was a little kind of surprised. I don't usually listen to music when I run, but when I was completing this task, I was thinking, I should listen to this album that was recommended, and so I did on a run, and it ended up being a suitable kind of pace for running, and it was nice.
Yeah, I also listened to that, but not recently. I think back when she recommended it, we hadn't started doing our return reports yet.
No.
So here I am to return a report. I've returned, and I will report. I also really enjoyed that album. I put it on to like cleaning, sort of activities, to like listen to the whole thing while I just kind of like go about a task. It's very nice.
It makes me think almost singularly of Tony Scott's Spy Game, starring Brad Pitt and Robert Redford from around 2000. I don't know, what was that?
2001 could be right. Yeah, or it could be nine. It could be 90s, like pre, like
maybe
like 1999 or something.
The Vivaldi, there's a piece of it that is used in this car chase scene, and they're trying to cross the border, and someone's in the trunk of the, or there's
I can hear it in my head.
It's very evocative of that scene whenever I hear that music. Great movie that otherwise has great soundtrack.
Yeah, I watched Spy Game like a couple months ago. And it was a very nice watch. It's very well.
Yeah, it confirms the powerful skill that Robert Redford has to tell stories, like that he can kind of
hashtag Sundance.
Yeah.
Well, any other return and reports? I think. Does that satisfy?
I think that's pretty good for now. Yeah. We should let people know we're about to now solve the New Yorker puzzle from earlier this week, May 24th, and then we will, after the puzzle has been solved, we'll have an etymological pass of the words we didn't know, and we'll talk about them a little bit. And then we will conclude the episode with our arts section. At some point along that line, we're going to be joined by Lindsay, and it'll be a moment to celebrate.
Indeed. And to celebrate it, I have brought for my buzz by a Zalupez Golden Ale, which I've had on the show before. It's with mango, lemon peel, and it's delicious.
That sounds very nice. Thank you for your buzz by. Mine is brought to you by Tap Water.
Nice. Can we get a clink on this? Okay. You got any ice cubes in there?
No, just lukewarm, room temperature tap water.
The good stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to set that down.
Okay. Well, I feel ready now to embark on our solving of the New Yorker. We're going to give ourselves 1 hour
Right. We can kind of like imagine zeroing out the clock because the clock is ticking. It says 25 minutes we've been sitting here. So subtract 26 from whatever we do. Ready? Here we go. Let's look at the puzzle.
Well, it's got kind of a monster face.
Yeah, if you look sideways.
If you look sideways, it's or it kind of looks like maybe someone like running, or I don't know.
Or like long like it could be a candy wrapper twist, kind of.
None of the answers span the whole puzzle.
No, but 6 of them are 10 long.
Yeah. And
2 of them are 11 long. So
and do we? So answer me this. Well, first we should credit where credit's due. This crossword, May 24th, 2021, is by Anna Schechtman.
Yes, Anna Schechtman, a name you'll see around the New Yorker puzzle section quite a bit. I think she's a regular, and she's on staff. She's done some of their videos too. I've seen.
Oh, okay, Anna Schechtman.
Yeah.
And so, do they theme these, David? Do you do them?
I can't say. I mean, no, not really. I think you'll see it's kind of recent, contemporary cultural references, and maybe even legacy cultural references.
Oh, fun. I love those legacy references.
And then, I expect it to be difficult. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it.
Well, not if we stand around here talking about it.
But looking at it as it is now, that 1 across and 15 across, 7, those are all 10 letters long. I think it's going to be tough to crack that nut. What if we do 1 down, 1 through 4 down? Those are just 3-letter answers there. So I'm gonna tap across. Okay, there we go. And we're highlighting a 3-letter answer, 1 down, blank, blank, blank.
Preserves,
like jams.
Yeah, jam. Could it be just jam?
Oh, it could be just jam.
Yeah.
Because preserves
it's plural.
It's usually one thing. Yeah.
Talk about jams. Jam is plural.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's move along. Let's just do 2 down and see what we build as we go. 3 letters here. Blank, blank, blank.
Accessory first worn in the Heian period. Spelled Heian with a capital H.
Don't know what that means.
Well, it sounds maybe it could be like Greek-ish, early pre-Greek, kind of like Greek. Maybe. But I don't know what kind of accessories even start with
hat.
Lay.
A boa, a lei. What about like a special name for a belt? What about like an obi, but not an obi, like another? What do they tie a toga with? If you're talking Greek.
Oh yeah, some 3-letter word maybe.
So maybe some 3-letter word. Yeah, well, what if we don't know? We just don't know that one.
We don't know what we don't know.
There's there's a few known unknowns is what we have, right? Okay, so 3 down, blank, 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 3 down.
Western capital abbreviated.
Yeah, that's very difficult.
Yeah, it could be Boise.
Well, you could say Western State Capital. Yeah, Western Capital, Boise, BOS. It could be BOS. That's like Boston. Right. That's BOI. It could be BOI.
It could be SLC.
It could be, Let's not bother with that then. Yeah. Let's look at perhaps 4 down, just for fun. 4 down. Yeah. Blank, blank, blank.
Be a shame. In quotes.
Okay, so that's what ITD. It'd be a shame.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like now maybe unless you want to hit 8 down real quickie, like.
We can do letters. 8 down. That other 3-letter one. Blank, blank, blank. 8 down.
Formerly known as. Nay.
AKA or no.
I think formerly.
Nay, you're right. Yeah. NAA. NEE. Of course. Yeah. Formerly known as. Okay. So we have some structure we could use to build 1, 15, and 17 across. Should we look at those?
I say yes.
Okay, 1 across. Now with jam, we have that J from jam. So it's J blank blank I blank 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 N blank blank.
The clue there, feeling of enjoyment that begins with a tickle and ends in a blaze of petrol, per Jacques Lacan.
Okay, I didn't read his work, and I don't know who he is.
Lacan, he's a theory guy.
Begins with a tickle. And ends in a blaze of petrol.
Yeah. I mean, it seems to me that this could be like something to do with love or sex. Or
do you think it's going to be a French phrase?
Yeah, I mean, he's a French man.
Yeah.
So
maybe like joie de something.
Yeah.
So but we like nay.
Nay.
So if that's, how do you spell joie? Juoie?
Joie? Is there a U in there for sure?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm just trying to fill in the gaps between J and the I that we already have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should point downwards, I guess, because that's where the puzzle is.
Not in front. Well, let's get some other ones.
Let's look at 15 across. We have the A from jam there. That's A blank blank T blank 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 E blank blank.
Teetotalers.
Teetotalers. Teetotalers.
Teetotalers.
Yeah.
Teetotalers are people who don't drink.
Who don't drink alcohol.
Who don't drink alcohol. That's right. They probably drink water.
And
at room temperature. Are you a
teetotaler? Maybe they drink kefir. I do like tea. I'm a tea. I'm totally into tea.
You're a teetotaler. You use all the parts of the tea. The cross.
Yeah. The E, the A, the T.
The ice.
I'll tell you what, Daniel, if we're talking about tea and what I like and don't like, I'll say I don't like iced tea like in a bottle with, that comes from a convenience store that has some sort of flavor. No, thank you.
Like strawberry iced tea.
No.
The cans are always bigger because nobody would dare drink a small can of strawberry iced tea. You know what? I love the small cans, like those like 8-ounce size cans. Red Bulls are like a 10-ounce, common size. Yeah. But small, I like a soda in that amount, or a strawberry, iced tea in that amount.
It's easier. It's more of a peccadillo than a pecado. It's a smaller container.
Yeah, don't get me started on my peccadillos.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
What about, we don't know 15 across, right? Teetotalers. What would you say? Someone who doesn't drink are
abstainers.
Abstainers. Yes. So ABSTAINERS. Abstainers. There you have it.
That's what we have fun to look up. Abstain. I'm gonna throw that in the comments there.
Okay. Can you think of any other words that have either ab as a prefix or stain as a suffix? Tain. So it's abstain, right? Like sustain.
Obtain, abstain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Contain, stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what we can work with now, we could try 17 across because it's the third of the long ones right there. It's got M blank blank D blank 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 E blank blank.
Last available travel option, often. Middle seat. Nothing too cute about these answers so far. They're just,
nothing too literate or highfalutin. No, nothing New Yorkery about it exactly yet.
Yeah.
Now, look, you said Obi for 2 down, maybe, and it does
looks good.
Look good. So I'm going to put the O.
JOEI?
No.
ESD. What is 3 down was Western Capital? It's
USD, the dollar, the Western capital, that kind of capital.
Yeah, wrong capital.
So then we have joie, JOUI. That feels okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't know how to. Don't trust me on how to spell things in French, but it looks okay to me. Now we have 5 down to look at, which we haven't looked at yet. It's 8 letters long. It's blank AL blank 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 blank.
And that is good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Good.
None of those are capitalized. It's not in quotes.
Good for you.
Good.
What
for
about
you.
Yeah, like good for you, healthy, or
good for you.
A synonym for
self-care.
good for you.
Good for you.
Palatable.
Palatable.
No, that's not good for you.
No. What if it's an E from joie? If joie is right.
Yeah, that's weird then if it's an E. E-A-L.
Yeah. Good for you.
Perhaps we hop to 6 down and see what we get with blank, i.e., blank, blank. 6 down.
The clue is metaphor for one who's bad at keeping secrets.
Metaphor for one. Who what's a metaphor?
What
like
do you think
leak,
that's maybe two?
like
you think that's two words? Then maybe
it is.
It's hard to
tough.
have a metaphor in just like one word, but I guess maybe.
Right. Okay. Well, let's do 7 down. Yeah. Blank N-S blank blank blank.
The clue is Michael, who played Kane on Buck Rogers in the 21st century.
I don't know this.
I don't know this either, but
Michael Ensley. Michael Ansler.
Yeah. Michael Ensley kind of sounds right, but I don't know. Let's jump over to 9, 10 down.
Right on. Blank, R-A, blank, 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 blank. That's an 8-letter answer.
Yeah, 9 down. Beautiful and marvelous, e.g.
B-L-U-I-T-I. It's like putting the word blue
like
into beautiful. But it's more like ad speak, right? Or like brand.
Oh yeah, like branding.
Branding, right?
Yeah. Let's 34 across to confirm that. Blank and blank for 34 across.
That clue is part of a sleeve for short. Blank and blank. A sleeve. Oh.
You got sleeves on your shirts?
Yeah, you got like a record, like a vinyl goes in a sleeve.
Yeah, you've got like a pillow goes in a sleeve. Isn't that right? Or if that's a pillowcase.
That's not quite right.
Yeah, well, I don't have anything for that.
No, I don't either. Part of a sleeve for short.
Do we already see 10 down?
Blank? We didn't. Let's see it. Yeah. Describe that for us, will you, Daniel?
Blank ST blank. Blank, 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 blank.
The clue is ballpark figure.
Estimate. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty clever. Yeah. Ballpark figure.
You feel like you do a lot of estimating in your life, in your work? A lot of estimates?
Estimating is maybe useful when you're doing a rough draft, but at a certain point you need hard, cold numbers.
Hard.
And you can't have and you want to be talking about specifics to the second decimal point, and sometimes further. Sometimes there's fractions of a decimal point you want to be.
That's a lot to keep. It's a lot to keep track of. A lot of decimal points.
A lot of decimal points. Yeah, I mean,
you need computers to do a lot of this for you these days.
That's true about that. Yeah, and confirming things with spreadsheets, like they can like automatically confirm that things are exactly the same. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing what computers can do for us. They're helping us do this crossword puzzle podcast that we're doing right now on the air.
Thanks, computers.
Where are we, Daniel? Where should we go in this solution? Maybe, should we do 20 across?
20 across could work. We got NI blank 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 blank.
That clue, symbol of contrasting forces.
Not night. Oh, she's in the waiting room. What? Hold on.
Oh,
I don't see you. We don't see you. You might have
different waiting room. Yeah. It's tough. When you have sometimes a stale Zoom link, but it's set up to be an eternal link, like never expires.
Yeah,
but so people can join and sit in the waiting room.
Change the accounts there. I will send you a link, Lindsay.
And so while Lindsay's joining, we're thinking about this idea of a symbol of contrasting forces.
Yeah, symbols of contrasting forces.
I don't know what that could like.
Night. Something.
Oh yeah, like night and day.
Night and day. But yeah, yin and yang. Could branding
be wrong?
No, I don't know about that. Well, it's 21 down. Let's just try that three.
Just the 1, 2, 3 right there. Blank, blank, blank.
A network with the slogan "Big TV starts here."
I don't know.
Could it be HBO?
That seems
like not.
They're like they're bigger than.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, here,
Lindsay. I hear Lindsay.
We got to wait for Sam to let her in. Oh,
I'm.
That's all right.
We did. It's good to have Lindsay on. Sam asked for a heads up from us, but we didn't know when to expect you, and so you're here now.
I joined the wrong waiting room like 10 minutes ago.
Well, you're here now, and we have a few things to catch you up on.
Right, we're not doing the New York Times this week.
What are we doing?
The New Yorker.
Holy shit, you guys.
Yeah.
It's big time
it's
serious.
a Monday, which is the hardest of the 3 weekly puzzles that we put out.
And so far, it's not been a walk in the park.
I'm not surprised.
But it's not been a car crash.
No, it's not been a car crash in the park.
Somewhere between a walk in the park and a car crash.
All right.
So, we can we kind of just started in the top left-hand corner. And so far, we don't recognize any themes.
But maybe you could help us with some of this French. You got a little. You have a little French knowledge, or maybe some critical.
Yeah, should I hop over to 1 across just to revisit what it's looking like? So it's JOUI blank 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 NBE, and B might be wrong.
Could be. Feeling of enjoyment that begins with a tickle and ends in a blaze of petrol. Per Jacques Lacan.
I don't know. The only French phrase that I know is joie de vivre, and that would not fit there or be
that
right.
comes to mind right there, but
we
it doesn't.
Wondered if the joie. Do you know how to spell joie in French?
Joie.
I feel like it would have an E here.
We also expect a D somewhere. Let's pretend a D is there as we're looking at 6 down and see what it looks like for DIE blank blank. Just to catch you up on the clues and the space here, Lindsay. It's DIE blank blank for 6 down there.
Metaphor for one who's bad at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching on YouTube for a little bit,
good.
so I did see you guys go over these.
Okay, good.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I'm glad to have missed it because I had no idea.
Well, let's move over here to either we looked at 20 across. We don't know. Let's do 39 across. That looks interesting. GE and then 5 blanks after it. 39 across.
Yeah.
Safety pin. EG. It's safety pin is a example of a tool, a
sharp thing.
Yeah, a sharp thing.
It's an example of.
What are we 28 across? We've seen that blank.
We haven't. That's Go ahead.
Blank blank IA blank 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 blank.
That clue is like a backstage pass.
Like a backstage pass. It's like VIP. It's on a lanyard. Or like a backstage pass. It's just exclusive.
I think it would be all access, and so maybe branding is wrong.
Yeah.
We didn't like it to begin with. I think it started looking weird. You might have a good look at this where we went wrong here, Lindsay. Let's see. Back to all access. That sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
CCESS. Okay, all access pass. Where to? Where should we go?
Let's look at 9 and down again.
Yeah, 9 and down. It's blank RA blank blank L blank blank.
Beautiful and marvelous. So I don't know, something to do. I don't know what we would call those words. I could see where you had said branding, but I don't really know.
Yeah, it's like.
Could they be Crayolas?
Oh, did Crayolas name their crayons after like cutesy little things?
If it kind of just fits.
Well, let's see if 20 across.
Okay.
Rings a bell with a YI.
That C looks good.
Symbol of contrasting forces. Daniel already said yin and yang.
Nice.
That's great.
So now back up to 1 across is looking more
So I'm going to take the D out because that's just so.
Well, what about it's seven down again? Blank NS blank blank A.
I saw you guys try to guess this one, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Kane on Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
Okay.
Never
so
seen it.
Okay.
Should we do True Clue game with 21 down? We're not looking at the answer now for this 3-letter. It's blank. It's N blank C for 21 down. Any ideas what clues you could guess what the clue is? You two?
Former station of Matt Lauer.
NBC. Nice.
It could be that. It could be that. It could be actor Cage, familiarly.
Nick.
Oh, Nick Cage. Yeah. It could be biggest city in the USA.
NYC.
Could be that, and let's see if there's anything in the comments. No, nobody yet. N blank C. True Clue.
Oh, network with the slogan this. Big TV starts here. We did see this already, but
it's
NBC, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I like the font. It's better than my handwriting, and it's better than I like the font of the New York Times one.
Yeah. Well, let's look at 22 across because that looks interesting now. It's,
do let's.
Yeah, it's 8 blanks and then OMB.
LGBT rights activists projectile. I think it's a glitter bomb.
Oh, glitter bomb.
I like that. It's fun.
Nice. Now we could play the True Clue game, and we play it twice. I haven't seen 26 down or 34 across. And we have BL blank for 26 down.
3-ingredient sandwich.
BLT.
Why didn't we True Clue it with that one? Had we not seen that?
We just put it in bomb.
Right, but BLT. Oh wait,
that was a True Clue guess.
That was a True Clue guess.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was behind there. It could be racial advocacy group spelled like GP.
BLM.
Yeah.
Could be remote federal land, federal territories agency.
Also BLM.
Yeah. It could be any of those, but the truest cluest of them all is
26 down is giant blank clay Oldenburg sculpture that includes a toothpick.
Please tell me it's a BLT.
It must be.
Oh, but yeah, it must be because a toothpick.
What's 34 across? Part of a sleeve. Tat.
Nice, part of a sleeve. We did see that one. We did see that clue.
Think of that.
Nice.
We didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. That's great work, everybody. Where to now?
29 down.
29 down is this. It's the center right of the puzzle now, and we're starting with C, followed by 5 blanks.
The clue is precipitated, but maybe you were right, Daniel, that we should do 30. I feel like you went to 39 across.
39 across.
Because it's more. We've got a couple more.
SE. Okay, so we have SE followed by 5 blanks. Oh, we saw this one.
We saw this safety pin.
Safety pin EG. What now? But we have different letters there than we had before. SE is different than what we had with whatever the wrong answer was.
I wonder if the first part of it could be seam or sew.
Oh. Yeah. Seam.
Seam, hold, seam. Tie. Okay,
well, we don't know.
Let's look at the 29, 30, 31.
Okay,
or no, why don't we jump to the top right corner?
Top right corner. Okay, 4-letter answers here. We got blank, blank, blank Y for 11 down.
Blank Ma, rapper who formerly shared her stage name with a brand of cognac. Remy.
Remy Ma. Okay, REMY. Now, great. Okay, so now 12 down. Blank, 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 A.
Part of the I whose name comes from the Latin word for grape. in quotations.
Ooh. What part of the eye could that be? I mean,
so whose name comes from the Latin word for grape. Grapes are like that's Greek, isn't it? What, like bueno, oe, something like that.
Latin for Latin, it's going to be something like it is for in Spanish. It's going to be like uva. Or
Yeah.
What if we look at? Let's just move on. Yeah, let's go to 13 down. Blank, blank, blank. N.
The clue there: leaves at the office. Leaves at the office. Playing on the idea that you like forget something and leave it at your office. So it could be other types of leaves, like table leaves or like.
And you'd think it would be a plural answer, but ours ends in an N, so that's weird. Let's look at 14 down. Blank, 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 G. And it looks like this.
Half of a classic children's book duo.
Couple classic children's duos like your
Hansel and Gretel.
Oh.
What are the two books writers though? Like, you had Aesop's Fables, and then there was the two guys. Not
the
Penn and
Brothers
Teller.
Grimm.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, that's not really children's book.
Well, with that in mind, let's look at 11 across. R blank blank blank.
Okay, that clue is accessory in many a Dutch Golden Age portrait.
Huh.
Like a
rose.
Yeah, it could be a rose. It could be.
I'm trying to make that 12 down, the Latin word for grape, be an O or an U or something. Yeah. Okay, let's look at 16 across then.
Yeah.
Or E blank blank blank. Yeah.
Blank.
Word that can follow who, what, or when.
Whoever.
Who else?
Who else? Go back. Was that it?
What else?
Who else? What else? When else?
When else? Other than now.
Yeah.
Do people say when else?
Whoever, whatever.
Ever. Whatever. That's better. Okay. And we wanted that V.
For the uvas.
Right.
So 18 across and blank, blank, blank.
Jesus and blank. Late night talk show on Showtime. I have no idea.
Daniel, do you know?
No.
Oh, gosh. It's
Marrow.
Like Marrow. That is it. How do you spell that? E-R-O?
I think E-R-O, yeah.
Jesus and Marrow. It's like on Showtime.
Yeah.
So now we have a lot filled in here. Let's revisit 12 down is blank V-E-A now.
Mm-hmm.
So part of the I. So it could be Uvea, like U-V-E-A. Does that seem right?
Could be. Ruby, maybe. Burn.
Oh.
Leaves at the office.
You know what? Oh, sorry. I skipped ahead.
No.
Frog in 14 down.
Oh, 14 down. F-R blank R-O-G.
Yeah.
So we're going to say half of a classic children's book duo, Princess and the Frog. Sure. Oh, that's a rurog.
Rurog.
So back to are you blank F, accessory in many a Dutch Golden Age portrait.
Ruffles, rough.
It could be. This could be an O too, right?
And a fern is leaves, and
people
put it up in your office. It's a common plant.
Mm-hmm.
What's a ruff? Oh, a ruff around your neck.
Yeah, like well, I don't know if a ruff is like maybe it's that big ruffled collar thing. We should look that up. I'll put it in.
That's interesting though, because there was another clue I thought that talked about another article of clothing from a different era. Okay. So where to?
Middle left.
Middle left, 22 down perhaps here with G followed by 5 blanks.
That clue is like a bone with a dog?
It's like reverse because you'd think dog with a bone. Like a bone with a dog? Okay. Any ideas?
Nope, no ideas.
But let's do
Got
23
me.
down then. Move on to the next one. L followed by 5 blanks.
Not prompt for
Late.
late 2.
Not prompt
Nice.
for.
24
late
down,
2,
I
okay.
followed by 5 blanks.
Brainstorm.
Ideate. How about that?
Yeah. Ideate. Julie, 27 across now.
Oh, okay, 27 across. Blank AD, blank blank.
Composer and conductor Boulanger, who taught, among others, Aaron Copland, Philip Glass, and Quincy Jones.
No idea.
No. What kinds of names might go with a French? You could.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, with the 22 down, like a dog with a bone, it might be like an L or something.
Like a bone with a dog.
Like a bone with a dog.
Let's think about it and move on to 33 across here. Blank TE, blank blank.
On blank, and then in parentheses, rampaging. A tear.
On a tear. Great.
Good
On to
work.
where? A 25 down, perhaps.
T
Oops.
blank
Oopsie
A
daisy.
blank blank
Moved it.
blank.
T blank A blank blank blank. That's right, Daniel.
That clue is some pageant wear.
Tiaras.
Yeah.
So now
Tiaras.
we get a true clue it up with 41 across.
Interesting.
Blank TTA.
Blank TTA. Okay, I have a clue. Blank boy! Exclamation point.
Attaboy.
Nice.
That's my clue.
Famous singer blank James.
Etta.
Etta James. Good one.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Okay,
So,
then the true clue
clue.
when we look at 41 across is blank TTA.
James.
Mhm.
Who
Who was
was-
portrayed by?
Beyonce.
In
Uh,
2008.
I moved film.
moved on.
Sorry, storyline. So we Etta James. Lindsay gets a
Yeah.
point. Moving on to 36. Did we see that
Yeah.
yet?
No, we didn't.
Blank EAR blank blank blank.
No longer amused by.
Weary of.
Oh,
Oh.
So back to our 22 down. Let's just
Okay.
take another look at that. G blank AWE blank. Like a
nod, like a bone with a dog. Nod.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Nadim.
Nadia Boulanger.
Yeah, that's all.
Do you want to visit 5 down again?
Yeah.
Blank AL, blank TARY.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Salutary, is that?
Salutary. Yes.
Cute.
Jouissance.
It's like joyful, just joy,
Joy.
joyfulness, or
Yeah.
So that's another SA,
S.
then S, and then
Yeah.
A. Okay.
Yeah.
Jouissance.
So 6 down now is SIE blank E, metaphor for one who's bad at keeping secrets.
Like a siege.
Sieve.
Oh, a sieve. Yeah, like nectar through a sieve.
Yeah, and now the name of that Michael who played Kane on Buck Rogers in the 25th century, ANS blank RA.
We also haven't looked at this yet, but it's the clue is UV blank is what we have, and it's institution once helmed by Thomas Jefferson and James Madison, abbreviated.
Seems like UVA.
UVA.
Sure. So now Ansara is the
Yeah.
last name
Okay,
of
so
that.
look up Michael.
Michael Ansara played Kane in Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Okay, now where are we? We're 45 across. What
Yeah.
did you say, Daniel?
45 across. We're coming along.
Yeah.
DOES blank 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 blank.
Is deployed, say.
Does a tour.
Does a
That's what I was thinking.
tour.
So
Okay.
46 down, A blank blank.
Juicy ending.
It's your-
Au jus? AJU?
your AD,
No, is that a thing?
Your lemonades, your
Oh.
Your Gatorades.
Cute.
Gatorades, all your aids.
Juice. Yeah, that's all very juicy. Lemon. Yeah, okay. Now, what about 37 down, 38
Sure.
down? Okay,
Sure.
we got O blank T blank 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 blank.
That clue is quality of some meals.
Huh.
Quality of some meals. So what's another idea of meals besides like a meal that you would eat? Meals, mealy, as like an adjective, or is a meal
Tough.
Or-
Let's look at 40.
Yeah.
38 down. F blank O blank 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 blank.
Michael Stipe or Jack White? Frontman.
Michael Stipe of REM.
And Jack White of the White Stripes.
The Raconteurs.
Yeah, now the Raconteurs.
Okay. Where are we going now?
43 down, blank you blank.
Sure.
Prompt.
Q.
Oh, interesting. Kind of
Ooh,
use
nice. Ooh.
the word prompt is used twice in different ways in
Yeah.
the clues. That's fun.
42 across now, don't look, is a true
Okay.
clue.
Blank RC.
RC.
Okay.
Could be
Tolkien creature.
orc.
Yeah.
Could be path of a thrown object.
Arc. Last name of a famous female saint.
Arc.
Arc. And the truest cluest is 42 across. Storyline.
Arc.
It's Arc. So now Oat is
So I don't
the,
know if
the
any of us get. I mean, is that closer to my usage or
I
Gene's
think it's closer
usage?
to yours.
Yeah.
So let's visit
Mhm.
OAT followed by 5 blanks for 37 down.
Quality of some oatmeals. Oat is
Oatiness.
Oatiness. Yeah, that's
Is
it.
that what they mean? That's
Mhm.
funny.
49 across. DINE followed by 7 blanks.
The clue is desert after dessert.
Yeah, dessert. Dessert. It's the verb dessert.
Yeah.
I think.
Dessert after dessert. Dine and
Oh.
Fun.
fun. That's cute. For where shall we?
Well, 51 across doesn't look so bad. Blank 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 ENT.
That is sign of interest.
Huh.
Statement.
Like percent maybe.
Yeah, percent.
Should we do this bottom left-hand corner? P blank blank blank. 51
Yeah.
down.
Spa treatment.
Ooh, would that be a petty?
Mhm.
Nice.
PEDI.
52 down.
E blank blank blank.
Alternative indicator.
Else?
Else. An alternative
I don't
indicator.
know.
Yeah, else. Else I like.
Is it? No,
Mhm.
because then the S is looking weird with 63 across. What about 53 down for fun? R blank blank blank.
They may be put in stitches.
Huh.
They may be put in stitches.
Rips? No.
Yeah, you would put a rip in stitches if you were stitching it up.
Yeah, I guess so. What about 54 down? C blank
C
blank blank.
Scams.
Cons.
Okay. Now
Let's
we have
look at-
56 across, right? Like E blank blank O.
Call me by your name roll for Timothy.
Is his name like,
Enzo.
Enzo?
Or no?
I think it's like Elio or
Oh,
something
Elio,
like that.
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Let's
No, you're correct.
Okay. Now let's do 63 across D blank blank N.
That clue is Scripps National Spelling Bee Broadcaster.
Oh.
Could it be like DCNN
D.
I don't know.
Could it
or like Disney or Discovery Channel? Hmm.
Okay, what about 65 across? I blank blank S.
What's more, it's said.
What?
What's more, comma, it's said. So it's what's more, it's said. So they say, it's said.
What's
It's
more?
said that this is what's more.
Less is more. People
Less
say, right? So what?
more.
Appeal.
Oh,
Nice.
yep.
Okay, we have less is more. That's. I think
Did
they kind of tease you with that because they make you want to put petty in. It's like it
Yeah.
feels like. So we have el blank. Oh, else. Then we like else for 52.
Yeah. Don't look. I'm not looking. At
We already
52
looked at
down.
this.
We
We already
already
looked at
looked.
this.
Oh,
This is
they
Rips.
don't- you're right.
It is Rips.
Rips and
and
ESPN.
of course, ESPN.
Rightfully so.
All right. So should we see how we're doing on time at this point?
Okay, yeah, we were whatever it is minus 26.
Okay. So we're at we have 20 minutes.
20 minutes left.
Okay, so I think we're doing okay. We're kind of gonna. I think we're gonna ace it here. What should we do?
Wow.
47 down.
RA blank 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 blank.
Parks and employee. Parks and recreation employee. Ranger?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ranger, I like
Nice
that.
Ranger.
Let's do the longies. Let's just see if we can
Oh, you
knock
love
them out.
longies.
Yeah.
EM blank G followed by 6 blanks for 57 across.
Diaspora?
Immigration.
Oh yeah. Okay.
59 8 down. I blank blank.
Tony winning a view from the bridge director, Blank Van Hove.
Don't know.
Maybe Ian or something. But that
Uh,
would be weird with 64 and
let's do 64 across. Goodness gracious. SA blank E followed by 6 blanks.
Pinches pennies. So save is in there.
Saves money.
money. Nice. Oh, True Clues over there in the.
Yeah, should we do
right. Let's do it. Let's do
all
it.
of the true
We
clues in
got
the world?
time.
59 down through 62 down are all
Yeah.
3 letters. And for 59 down, we have TO blank.
It could be also.
2.
Love on Blank, song by Beyonce.
Top.
Top.
Yep.
Let's see. 2,000 pounds.
Ton.
It could be that, but it. Or do we want to just go through them all and not look?
Okay, let's go through them all. IN blank for 60 down.
Ian blank. It could be company abbreviated.
Inc. Incorporation.
Yeah.
Business magazine.
ING? Yeah, IN.
Also Inc.
Oh, Inc. Oh, fun. Okay, I was going to say synonym for 34 across.
Ink. Nice. Tap.
Nice, yeah.
So 61 down. OE blank. Could be a British publication that tells you what's what.
Yeah. I dig OED, the Oxford English Dictionary. I don't know what else it could be. It's got to be that.
Okay, could be. 62 down. NY blank.
NY blank.
Be a lot of C's in this bottom row if all of these ended in C.
Yeah, it could be that science guy.
Oh, Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be the last day of the year.
NYE.
NYE.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, true clue.
Large
down the
American
row.
city.
NYC. Okay, we'll do it backwards. NY blank is
Clinton was its first gov.
Gov?
Yeah, Clinton was the first governor. Its first gov.
NYU.
NYU.
Could it be?
I have
Maybe.
no idea.
Like graduate from NYU or something?
Let's just go to
Oh, yeah.
61.
Clinton was its first gov.
Whitman's, O.E. blank. Whitman's, a backward glance, blank, traveled roads.
Or
Got that wrong. Okay, then 60 down, I-N blank.
Suffix with elephant or serpent.
Serpentine. 59 down, T-O blank.
the Mud Hens of Triple-A baseball on scoreboards.
Toronto? TR?
Okay, Toronto. Okay.
So let's look at 66 across. S-N
Finally.
blank R blank blank R-E-R blank.
Ones who may be looking for a school.
Snorkelers.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Snorkelers is a crazy word.
But is that snorkel R-E-R's
Okay.
isn't right.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Snorkel
Snorkel
E
L,
and then
so,
L. Yeah,
so it's not Toronto, it's Toledo.
Toledo?
Yeah.
Toledo.
And NYS.
NYS. Snorkel. NYS.
Where
New York
else?
State.
Oh, New York State. Clinton.
She wasn't the first governor.
But maybe it's a different Clinton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Wait, she was never the governor. She was the senator.
Yeah.
So, but Bill Clinton was the governor of
Arkansas.
Arkansas. But that's not that doesn't fit here where it says NYS.
No.
Okay. What about 50 down?
Yep.
N blank RSK.
Like Ibsen to his countrymen. Is it Norsk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the
That's good.
Norwegian's
Was
way
that
to say
the clue?
Norwegian.
Was that the real clue?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the
okay.
real
Sorry,
clue.
I thought we were playing True Clue, and you had just come up with that. I'm like, that's pretty good. That's real good.
Well, we could do the true clue for 55 across. I don't think we've looked at that yet.
N-O blank.
Neither here, blank there.
Nor. I'm going to say a synonym with 43 down.
With a Q. Nod.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say the opposite of yeses.
Nose.
And the true clue, seasonal dairy section offering.
Nog.
Nog.
I should have known. Love me
Should we
some
do
nog.
40 down?
Yeah, I think so. Blank, 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 D-G-A-M-E.
That clue is spit for one.
Oh.
Some kind of game? Card game.
Card
I'm
game.
playing game.
Hmm. Okay, so shall we 29 down? C blank 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 D.
Precipitated.
Came first, get precipitated. The E is probably at the second to last letter there. So
Sure.
48 across maybe.
Okay,
is
let's do
R.
it. R-E blank, blank, blank.
Mhm.
Pave over.
Pave over.
Retar.
Retar.
That's weird. Now 32 down, ending in RH. That's weird.
Let's look at it. S
Okay.
blank 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 RH. Retar is right.
Abdil in Paradise Lost, e.g.
I don't know that. What about 31
so-
down? S blank, 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 A-S.
Ones who serve dictators briefly.
Oh, they're stenos.
That's nice.
Okay, so retars isn't.
Is it retop?
Oh, retop. Then we have PH. That makes sense. Now 32 down is now S blank 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 PH.
Seraph.
Oh.
Some kind of angel thing.
An angel, yeah. A seraph like that with an A, right? Sarah with an I?
No.
Seraph. Okay, so then 35 across, blank, blank, T-E.
El teatro or la pintura. Arte. Yeah.
Spanish words.
Types of Spanish art. SEC blank blank ER.
Safety pin. Securer?
Securer. Yes. Nice. Getting down to the last two squares.
Yeah, why don't we do one of the verticals so we can maybe try and true clue it, although there's probably not a lot of... Let's do 30 down.
Oh, we already looked at 29 down. Okay. 30 down.
Yeah.
ERR blank
Paused,
TA. That's already a true clue.
They weren't caught in proofs. Errata.
Mistakes.
And asana yoga pose.
Okay, and precipitated is caused. Oh,
you completed the puzzle in 1 hour,
done.
16 minutes, 50 seconds.
I like that you get a puzzle.
We just got a cute little cartoon of a New Yorker style little square. It's a bathroom, or no, it's a home. It's like in someone's home, but it's got like a checkered floor and a checkered wall.
Well, it's a crossword.
Yeah,
it's a crossword puzzle carpet, crossword puzzle wallpaper, and then crossword puzzle upholstery on the sofa. But the man surprisingly is not wearing crossword puzzle pajamas as he lays on the floor dead.
Restraint. Yeah.
Nor are the two men standing over him. One of them looks like maybe a PI.
It's a detective and an officer, and they're investigating a murder.
Yeah. Looks like some of the TV we watch without the crossword puzzle business.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. All right. Well, we got a few things to look up here. David, do you have the wherewithal to take us to our favorite will-be sponsor, Edam Online?
I sure do. Do you want to, retain a copy? I'll have to hop back and forth, I guess. What am I looking at?
I put all the words here in the comments.
Can I just say something?
That's great. Go ahead.
If I had to caption that cartoon that we just saw, it would be the detective saying to the officer, "I haven't got a clue." Because there were no clues. It was just all crossword squares.
Yeah, it's all grid, no clues. That's it's not a complete crossword puzzle. Okay, we are at Edam Online, the greatest resource for English etymology. It's a great online dictionary. What do you got for us, Daniel?
Abstain.
Right, we're going to look up abstain.
It's a late 14th century. Avoid something, refrain oneself. I'm just noticing that they're using the same kind of this definition uses the same sort of way that they present certain clues in crosswords. Yeah. Which is to have the something or oneself written in parentheses.
Yeah, the object of the verb is it kind of changes the way
right. They're indicating that it's like a particular usage of it. So you could avoid, but if you're abstaining, you're avoiding something. Yeah. As opposed to someone. You wouldn't generally, you could abstain from a friend if they're toxic, but you wouldn't typically say, I'm abstaining from social interactions. Would you?
Yeah, you say abstaining from. Most people would use from that preposition, right?
Yeah.
No, not few people say I'm abstaining television this week.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
But that it sounds like it's an option you can say like that. That's the difference between a transitive and an intransitive verb.
Yeah, we like them all. So abstain something, refrain oneself from, keep free from sin or vice, live austerely, yada yada, patience.
Yeah, I think we can hop down to that where it separates out the ab from the 10.
Yeah.
There.
So the ab off, away from, and plus tenere, to hold, from the root ten, to stretch. So to hold it away from you. Okay. Specifically of liquor from late 14th century, meaning refrain from voting, is from 1796. Mm-hmm. Abstain. Okay, so that's good.
Okay.
What else we got here? Ruff. R-U-F-F.
Okay, R-U-F-F. Noun. Kind of large collar, stiffly starched, especially common in the 17th century, 1520s, originally in reference to sleeves of collars from 1550s, probably a shortened form of ruffle.
So yeah, there was a few clothing things, sleeves, collars, ruff.
Yeah.
In the puzzle.
Some theme to it, yeah.
That's kind of it was referring to art, in that's kind of artsy,
right?
Yeah, keeping in with what we expect from the New Yorker.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sure. Nadia Boulanger.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to just do. Yeah, I guess I'll just do a Nadia Boulanger. Here we have her.
You want to read that, Lindsay?
Juliette Nadia Boulanger was a French composer, conductor, and teacher. She taught many of the leading composers and musicians of the 20th century and also performed occasionally as a pianist and organist. Her younger sister, Lily Boulanger, was also a composer.
Huh. Cool.
That's cool. Nadia Boulanger.
And the clue said it was
Gershwin? Philip Glass.
Philip Glass.
Yeah. Who I assume he's American. I've assumed he's American, and she's French. So, was she teaching in the U.S. or where they go?
Perhaps.
Maybe on Zoom.
Yeah. I have one of his records.
Mm-hmm. Philip Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Okay, Michael Ansara.
All right, we'll look at Michael Ansara.
Uh-huh.
There he is.
American stage, screen, and voice actor. Portrayed Cochise in the television series Broken Arrow, Kane in Buck Rogers, and Commander Kang in 3 episodes of Star Trek. He's in Law of Plainsman, Mr. Freeze and Batman, the animated series.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
He has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Michael George Ansara.
I think that is the one character.
Located at 6666 Hollywood Boulevard.
I think that Mr. Freeze is the only character I've ever seen him as.
Yeah, I haven't seen Batman the Animated Series enough to recall that. But so yeah, born in 1922 in Lebanon, and then died in 2013 in Calabasas, California.
Calabasas.
Calabasas.
Calabasas. Okay, next we have stenos.
Oh, right. Stenographers for short,
yeah,
right?
Stenography.
So, yeah, it just takes us to stenography.
From steno, narrow, plus graphy.
So, narrow writing. Let's look up let's go deeper. It offers a link here. So, steno. Before
vowels, sten, word forming element meaning narrow, from Greek stenos, narrow, straight, S-T-R-A-I-T, straight. As a noun, straits of the sea, narrow strip of land, also metaphorically, close, confined, scant, petty. Narrow.
Narrow, yeah, so.
Yeah. But how does that get to stenography? Go back to stenography.
Steno.
Narrow. Short, narrow, short, shorthand.
Shorthand.
Just like it's like the smallness. It's playing with the smallness of it. That you're doing something.
It's like compressed.
You're compressing it.
Yeah, right. That's interesting way to think about it.
Okay, stenos. Seraph.
Yes. Here we go. Seraph, noun, 1667. First used by Milton, probably on analogy of cherub or cherubim, back formed singular from Old English seraphim, plural from late Latin seraphim, from Greek seraphim, from Hebrew seraphim, only in Isaiah 6, plural of seraph, which does not occur in the Bible, probably literally the burning one, from seraph, it burned. Seraphs were traditionally regarded as burning or flaming angels, though the word seems to have some etymological sense of flying, perhaps from confusion with the root of Arabic sharafa, be lofty. Some scholars identify it with a word found in other passages interpreted as fiery flying serpent. Interesting. So like an angel.
Yeah.
It doesn't talk about the
angel.
Yeah.
That makes there's the character in the Matrix, Seraph, who is the protector of the Oracle, and he when Neo first goes to see him, he has to fight him, and he sees him as code, so he's kind of like this like fiery being in a way, you know. He sees him as golden code instead of as like the code that everyone else is, which is like green. Anyway, Seraph, good stuff. Okay, we also have some kind of spirit for 32 down. Oh, maybe who was making comments? Maybe Sam, producer Sam, was making comments in there. So what would that go with? Some kind of spirit for 32 down. What was 32 down?
Should we look back here? 32 down.
Seraph.
Abdil. Yeah, it's the Seraph one. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
What about diaspora? That was a clue.
Oh yeah, let's
it's an interesting word.
Yeah. Dia, like diaphragm, diagram, dia meaning across, about. Spora, diaspora, sparing, to scatter. See sparse, to make sparse. Then the Greek word, yeah. The Hebrew word for it is galuth, exile.
Huh.
The earlier word for it in English was Latinate dispersion.
Oh, dispersion.
Yeah.
Disperse.
Yeah.
Diaspora. Yeah. But first used in 1825 in reference to Moravian Protestants. That's interesting to think.
So I think it gets, there's the Jewish diaspora. Is
you hear about
kind
that.
Of like the most kind of famous diaspora.
Yeah, used here in 1869 for the first time, it says.
But maybe just as more currently, there's the like the African diaspora.
And any kind of root of people, you can kind of follow the spread, how they've gone from their origin to another land, and they're usually dispersed because of traumatic events, war and slavery, and it's not a happy thing, right?
I wonder if it will be qualified. If it will, my wife and I were just joking / talking about the impending possible global shifts that will occur with climate change, making regions of our planet uninhabitable.
Right.
And I imagine that might qualify as certainly a large migration event. And if it displaces people in certain regions, then you'll see Guatemalan diasporas or coastal resident equatorial like diasporas of a lot of people leaving the really hot zones of the planet.
Yeah,
just to keep it
light,
keep it real here. Yeah. Anyway, diasporas. Okay, that's it. That's all she wrote.
That's all we had questions about. So that was the end of a pretty easy solve. We'll have to try the New Yorker again and see if they can do better. If they can stump us. Oh, I know that music. That music means it's time for the arts section.
Indeed it is. Has everyone settled in your mind on your section, on your piece? Lindsay, you have a really nice, serene smile on your face. Would you like to go first?
Sure. So, 2 weeks ago, my husband and I, we were watching SNL, as we do Sunday mornings when the show is in season. And there was a video sketch on the show, and it's called Murder Dirter. And I didn't get it. Like, I thought it was all very funny, but it was just like it was a sketch making fun of crime shows.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But also Pennsylvanian accents. And now, so I thought that was funny. I also learned, and it's funny that it was about murder because I once learned there was like a linguist on one of like these murder documentaries I was watching, and he was talking about how you can tell a lot about how people say certain things and where they're from, and he referenced water. Mm-hmm. And I actually, like, within the week of seeing that, I was at a drive-through, and one of the people taking my order said, "Would you like some water?" And I was like, "Are you from Pennsylvania?" And they were like, "Yeah, I am. How'd you know that?" Like, well,
did you murder my dirter?
Yeah, but you're right. I just realized this week now that the SNL sketch was about Mayor of Easttown, which is a series on HBO.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be honest, my mother recommended to us Mayor of Easttown. And so we were like, okay, we'll take it for a spin. We start the first episode, and I couldn't make it halfway through. I just thought that the main character, to me, she was insufferable. And I was really bothered by it. She like got in an accident, and so she was limping everywhere. And it was just too much for me. There's a moment in there where she's confronting another woman about something, and it just made me so uncomfortable. I was like, I can't watch this. This is dumb. The accents are stupid, and the limping, and I can't do it anymore. So we turned it off. And then the next night I was like, I feel like we should finish it. Because you know how I hate to not finish things. Like when we don't finish a crossword, it really bothers me. Mm-hmm. So we finished the episode, and it was an episode where when you finish it, it kind of hooks you. Yeah. You want to know what's next. So in the span of a week, we've watched every single episode so far. And I'm not going to say that it is, leagues beyond or better than any other, murder show that's been on a cable network or anything like that. But I will say it's entertaining. It is pretty gripping. There are things that the last episode is on, I think, Sunday. Uh-huh. And there's stuff that I'm still like, how are they going to wrap this up? Like, I'm curious about it. So, if you're looking for something, it's not a light watch. I'm not going to say that, but it's an interesting show, and I think it's only like 7 episodes long. So that's what I'm recommending this week is Mayor of Easttown, and you'll have fun saying daughter and water and murder. And, you'll just pick up a new way of saying things, too. So, whom. Yeah, exactly.
So
I look forward to just watching that show so I can learn more about that accent.
Yeah.
So I'm in, like, very similar boat to you at this, on this issue where my wife and I first watched the sketch, and we were like, oh, that's kind of funny. And I had in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I think there's like some show. Well, because they do reference it in the opening of the bit. They're like from the producers of Mayor of Easttown. But it's so we both ended up watching it. My wife started it, and then I jumped in on episode 2. Mm-hmm. And so I still haven't watched the first episode, so I'm gonna go back and watch that. But in the last week, I watched all of those episodes, and we're now caught up. And Kate Winslet, I'd say that it's weird. The show, I think, has some weird tonal moments. Like, it's gripping, as you say, and it's a little macabre. It's pretty dark. But then, like, they'll have these other moments. Like, I don't think this is a huge spoiler to share. Like, there's a bit where you find out that the main character's mom, played by Jean Smart, had an affair with a man, but they find out because at a funeral in this tight-knit community, this man, he's like, my wife just died, but I have to confess to all of you, I had an affair, and it was with her, and it's Kate Winslet's mom. And then there's like this weird, like laughing kind of like jovial scene as they drive home. And I guess it's nice to have those moments with them where it kind of makes you see their humanity, but in a show doing it that way with like that kind of soundtrack and you know, it was like a real just like punchline-y kind of like, you know, moment. Anyway, but Kate Winslet I think is great. She is a horrible person, but
sure,
redeemable, you know.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of really very hateable characters in that show.
Yeah, and we don't know even who to hate how much.
Some of them you can't help it though.
Some of them you gotta hate.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. David, you want me to go?
You go, yeah, please.
Okay. Well, I was going to. I was either going to share Mayor of Easttown, or I was going to share something else. But actually, what I think I'll do is wait, Lindsay, to answer this. Did you hear me talk about how I'd watched Love and Mercy? Did you hear us talk about it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, we returned and reported both on recommendations from you.
Wow.
So wait, David, did you just watch it in the last week as well?
No. Sorry, I did I had already seen that Love and Mercy. I listened to the Max Richter
That's it.
Recomposed.
So good, right?
Yeah. It was really excellent.
So, well, okay, then I'll just say a little bit more about that movie. I'll just kind of add on top of that for my piece. And that is that it was beautiful, and it was a real nice listening experience. Like I felt like, you know, the way that we were brought inside the soundscape was really good. And it was an inspiring sort of thing. It inspired me to read up all about Brian Wilson and the people in his life. And David and I talked about the Paul Giamatti character and what a wild kind of like person he apparently was. It was beautiful, and it inspired me to like I was like singing in the shower later.
Aww.
Right before, and like I got caught. I was singing in the shower and like sort of like creating this little reverberating thing in our shower and just enjoying a little soundscape. And then suddenly it started hailing. And we had this really crazy hailstorm on Sunday.
Holy moly.
Destroyed a whole bunch of plants in our garden.
Oh,
it was really sad.
Sorry.
We had a bunch of baby plants that were just coming up. And
what a shame.
Yeah. But my wife went and got a bunch more, so we're gonna plant some more.
Good. Oh,
but, so I also would recommend Love and Mercy. It's a John Cusack role. It's like that I can recommend that's recent. Sadly, there's not a whole lot of other ones that I like, you know, could recommend of him recently. And that's not even that recent, is it? It's like 2016.
Yeah, it's not that recent.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean there aren't other good John Cusack movies out there. Just
so many.
Means that I can't think of any recent ones. All right, David.
All right, I'm ready to tell you about something I've been consuming recently, and I'm ready to report on it. Even though, because I'm up to date on this TV show, and I would wait because I think that they've announced that they're going to be making another season, but I've seen everything that exists on it, so I don't need to keep waiting to report in to talk about it here in the art section. I think I can talk about the current condition of this show. It's called The Last Kingdom. Does anyone know The Last Kingdom?
Yeah. Wait, is it the one with the Vikings?
It's a Viking-y. Yeah, it's a little Viking-y. They do a lot of Viking stuff. It's basically so it's a story that takes place in like the 800 around 800 something, the year 850, or let's say, and there's a a Saxon boy, who's kind of the son of an earl or something like that, and his the castle gets like raided and everybody gets killed, and he survives, but he gets taken by the Vikings, and he gets taken to like Denmark, and then he gets raised as a Viking, but then he comes back later, and he becomes this, and the whole show is about this adult, this grown up who was raised, grown up Saxon who was raised as a Dane, and the show itself is kind of the blooming of the United Kingdom. There were all these different kings around, and it's all taking place in England, pretty much. It's in southeast England, all these different kingdoms vying for power. And the story is kind of a historical telling of the tale. A lot of license is taken, and I'm sure it's not all it's not all accurate exactly, but you get the gist of this era, that it was tumultuous and a lot of war between the Danes and the Saxons, and I didn't really understand the extent of how much overlap there was. I kind of, but I'll tell you, I've been immersed in the world of old England during this era because I've also been playing a video game that kind of coincides with the same era. It's like an open world. It's called Valhalla. Assassin's Creed. Anyone? Do you know that? It's just this open world where you're wandering around the same part of England, old London, old cliffs of Dover. You could just wander around, and you replay the role of a Viking, just exploring and trying to dominate the countryside. Anyway, the show and the video game have been filling my mind for a little while now. It's just taken a while to finish this four seasons so far of The Last Kingdom on Netflix. And it's all super well told, I think, and it's all threaded together through this main character, this protagonist who is he's a very unlikely character that's managed to survive all these battles and seems to be so significant to the history, but then he's not in all the history books. Some of the characters you come across in the show are true. You can find them on Wikipedia, then you can kind of read along as you're watching. You might get some spoilers, but some of these, it's just some of these characters are interesting out of just historical reasoning, but also then the stories are so well told and compelling that I really like the characters as they grow and their relationships as they build. And so I just recommend. I really like this show, The Last Kingdom. If you can handle a little, quite a bit of violence, it is a wonderful thing. And I also have ancestry that goes back to that era. When I did a genetic test, they gave you a map of the region, and it's all England and part of Scandinavia. I'm looking at my own kind of heritage when I'm watching shows like this and playing video games like this. And so, yes, it's immersing. And then I received just now books that were this Last Kingdom was based on a series of books called the Saxon Tales or something like that. And so I've just received the books now. And so later on, I'll report back on how the books are.
Nice.
Well, I haven't played that game, but I would enjoy it. I think I do like a nice historical, murder.
Yeah,
drama.
historical pillaging. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight, and for listening tomorrow and the next day and the next day. We'll be back again, although I should say I'll be out of town for the next 3 shows, but I might be able to join back in remotely. Just might depend on internet connections.
We won't burn down the Zoom room while you're gone.
Okay, that's good. You feel free to throw a party though.
Okay.
I'll okay.
Thanks.
I'll clean up.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. Well, we want to say thank you to producer Sam out there at Salton Studios, and always keeping us looking good and sounding even better. on every Thursday night that we do our broadcast. We may just be going to YouTube. So if you couldn't see us on Twitch, but now you're listening to the podcast, then if you want to see us, go to YouTube and subscribe to Crossword Wordcast.
That's right.
Yeah. What else can you do? Follow us on Instagram.
And
we
and
post
Twitter.
there sometimes even. And we post there sometimes even.
Yeah.
And
if anyone else out there has watched something or read something that we've talked about on the art section, then they should return and report to us. Use hashtag return and report.
Post on Twitter or Instagram.
Thread
or email us at crosswordwordcast@gmail.com.
Right.
And Lindsay, you got something for us yet?
I don't. Not this week.
Okay. David, do you have any recommendations? You want to tell people what to do?
Oh, that's right. Remember, I haven't told you to do anything. Is that what I
Perfect.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. And that's a pretty good place to stop recording.